wanted to be a judge who knows just what is right and wrong, and be good and be strong. And on my swan up in the air I'm flying, searching for justice, can't you see me trying? Right is the reason I go on.
It's Mr. Beaver's, because he found it. But I dispute that fact because I am the lawyer who's defending Mr. Mouse. Yes! But then, sir, I think you're wrong. You're very pushy, but because I'm a good lawyer, I know what we can do. Let's hear the judge. Yes, because only our friend Klaus can solve it.
I hear the wisdom coming from the gnomes now, and all together we have got the know-how, because we are people of peace.
It's hard to believe that today my little niece is turning 21. I do hope she enjoys her birthday party at my house. Make a wish before you blow out your candles, Marta.
I'm not sure what to wish for. I don't know what I want.
You're 21, Marta, which means it's time to start making up your own mind. It's time you made decisions without help.
With your permission, Judge, we'd like to sing a birthday song we wrote for Marta.
That would be great. By all means, sing away, if you please, maestros. One and all.
Girl, we sing of, she's gentle and sweet as a dove. We sing our birthday song and we'll all sing along. For Marta's a gnome that we love.
And Marta, so you'll be able to remember this birthday always, Danny's going to sketch you. Come on in here, lad. Happy birthday, dear. I'm going to leave you with your friends for a little bit while I finish up some of my work.
Okay, Marta, blow out your candles. I want to capture this moment.
Oh, I'm sorry, Danny.
You've got a powerful puff. I'm glad there aren't any more candles for you to blow out.
One more puff and there wouldn't be any cake left for us to eat.
Yes, but Danny doesn't have to worry. He's already had it.
Well, the icing's the best part anyway, but I'm not crazy about the candle wax.
I'm very happy you have all come to celebrate my 21st birthday, and I would like to make a toast to you, my dear friends, and my Uncle Klaus, who organized this wonderful party.
To our dear gracious birthday girl and Judge Klaus.
Here's to Danny, a good sport and quite superb artist.
And to Sonia, who always makes the finest birthday cakes. I'd like to thank her for all her trouble.
Cheers. Beautiful cake.
I think it's about time we stopped all this toasting and started eating the cake.
Hey, calm down, you gnomes. Calm down. You're making a real mess of the place, and the judge isn't going to like it at all. You're getting more cake on the walls than in your mouths.
Oh, my goodness, what a mess. What's going on? I hope you plan to clean it all up, because I certainly have no intention of lifting a finger to help. And since I can't work in there with so much noise out here, I might just as well join in on the fun.
I'm getting ready to give everyone here a drawing lesson.
That's an excellent idea, and after your art lesson, I would like to tell all of you a story from our history. How does that sound, everyone?
Okay, class is in session. Just for fun, I got this large sheet of paper to show you a little trick that just might make your drawing easier.
Danny, what's in this large wooden crate?
I have a candle in there that'll project light on the sheet of paper. The box reflects the light. Now look what happens when I stand right here in this spot.
It's reflecting your shadow.
I'm amazed. This isn't difficult at all.
You didn't even draw a face there.
So it's my first turn. Let's see how well you do when it's your turn. I can hardly wait.
Now, you don't have to draw faces today. You're just learning a few easy tricks. It takes a little time to make a great artist. Like myself.
A long time ago, there lived a gnome who had to cross a river. He only had a very small raft to carry his food and his animals. He had a wolf, a lamb, and a cabbage. The wolf wanted to eat the lamb, and the lamb wanted the cabbage. How would he solve the problem of carrying all three safely across? He won't be able to do it.
He could carry the wolf across first.
Then the cabbage will be eaten by the lamb while he's crossing with the wolf. He must take the little lamb across first.
Apparently this problem cannot be solved. He probably just gave up. Gnomes never make progress by giving up. This man used his mind to come up with a clever solution. Here's how he used his gnome wisdom to solve the problem. First, he took the lamb across. He knew the wolf and the cabbage would be all right together. He left the lamb on the other bank and came back across for the wolf. He realized he could not leave the wolf alone with the lamb. So after taking the wolf across, he put the lamb back on the raft and crossed to the first bank again. Now, listen closely, because I've already told you that the gnome was clever. He left the lamb on the first bank and took the cabbage to the second bank, where it would be safe with the wolf. Then he went back alone on the raft to pick up the lamb and cross the river for the last time. When he returned, all three were safe and sound.
Hey! Judge, somebody has sent a letter for you by messenger.
Did the messenger say the letter needed my immediate attention?
I don't know. It must be important, but he didn't tell me.
I'd better see what that letter's all about. You kids continue with the party. I'll find Danny and we'll be on our way.
Hey, Judge, where are you going?
Home. There's a messenger with a letter waiting for me. Hello, Conrad. We're right on time.
Yes, that's right. Here's your letter, Judge.
Thank you. Oh.
I wonder what the judge is up to.
I'll bet he could use our help. Danny, the gnomes of Villefrance have sent this urgent message because they need our help immediately.
Villefrance. I remember that's in France, right by the ocean.
That's right, my friend. It's a beautiful spot for a vacation.
I'm ready for one, but do they say why they need us?
It's not specific. It just says urgent, but my friend Pierre sent the letter, so I can only assume that it's most important. Otherwise, he surely wouldn't have rushed it here by messenger.
I'm all set to go. I'd better tell Henry.
Right.
What's the matter, Henry? Why are you acting so stubborn? It's not that long a journey. You won't get too tired. Don't tell me you're afraid. You usually like to see new places. You're going to have a wonderful time, and the people will love you, and the Mediterranean is simply beautiful. Why, the weather is balmy and pleasant, and there's lots of birds and trees and a variety of fish. You're worried they'll want to make goose liver pâté out of you, is that it? Come on, you can tell me, Henry. Is that what you're afraid of? Well, don't be afraid, because we're only going to visit our gnome friends, and they're all vegetarians. They don't even like goose liver, so you have nothing to worry about at all.
Danny, did you tell Henry where we are going? I'm all set to take off for France. How do you suppose a beret would look sitting on top of his head? Look, Danny, below us you can see La Belle France.
I bet they call it La Belle because that means beautiful in French, and that's exactly what it is.
It is indeed. See that big river down there? It's called the Rhone.
It's sure a big one.
That's a major river in France.
Henry's a bit thirsty, I think. Maybe we could land somewhere and get him a drink from the river.
That seems like a good idea to me. I'm glad we brought this tent. This place is a perfect campsite.
Yes, it certainly is a peaceful spot so far. Huh?
It seems you've spoken too soon, I'm afraid.
I hope whatever made that sound is a friendly animal with a full stomach.
Well, we better see what's happening in case some animal needs assistance.
That lamb is the one to blame for what happened, and that's all there is to
That's
it.
impossible! How could this delicate little animal hurt that big wolf?
Well, she
He's
did.
20
Just look
times
at his
stronger.
tail.
She
He's
had to
smart
go
and
for
he's
help.
too
It was
embarrassed
the only
to
way
go
she could
home.
defend herself.
Excuse me, would you mind telling me what's going on?
Some dogs grabbed the wolf by his tail and pulled out some of his fur. Look.
But why would they do that?
That's what we're arguing about right now. The wolf blames the lamb who claims it was self-defense.
Maybe I can help discover the motive for the attack.
We don't need any help.
At least he'd be neutral, yes?
Let me introduce Judge Klaus, well known for his fair and impartial judgments.
Now that you know who I am, perhaps you'll let me get to the bottom of this matter. I would like to know exactly what happened.
The wolf says the lamb intentionally summoned those dogs to grab his tail and pull his fur out.
So the dogs are responsible and the lamb did nothing.
Exactly. This lamb is innocent of any wrongdoing, and I don't know why the wolf insists on blaming her for it.
Well, I had better hear the wolf side of this story before I pronounce judgment. Now, I want the truth and nothing but the truth. I need to know all the facts in this case. If you would be good enough, sir, to start from the beginning.
This little lamb was walking through the forest when unexpectedly she bumped into the wolf. She was very startled to see him and ran away as fast as she could. She would have made it home safely, except she stumbled and the wolf closed in. She cried out in fright. The dogs heard her cry and came to her rescue. Thanks to the help of the dogs, this lamb's life was saved.
All right, I'm prepared to make my decision in this case now that the facts have been presented to me clearly.
Okay, pay attention.
I find the wolf guilty and the lamb innocent. All she did was cry for help.
But the poor wolf is the only one who has been seriously injured.
Yes, but maybe that injury will serve as a valuable lesson to him.
I understand. I will advise him not to bother any defenseless little animal again.
That's terrific advice, and I'm sure it will not take long for his tail to heal. And as for the lamb, I recommend that she does not stray too far from her flock so that she does not run the risk of being attacked again tomorrow.
Don't worry, she had a good fright. She'll want to stay with her flock from now on.
Good, then the case is closed. Can you tell me if Villefranche is very far from this spot?
Well, it's about a day's journey by foot.
What's up, Danny?
I got wind of a well-known odor and got this mirror out to take a look.
I didn't want to worry you, but I've detected the nasty odor of troll as well.
Why do you imagine these trolls are here, Judge?
There's only one reason I can think of, and that is to cause trouble.
Let's keep moving.
We must be getting close to the village.
I'll check it on the map.
Look down there in that forest clearing. Goodness, there's a lot of activity.
Klaus, here we are. This is the place to land. Hey, Klaus, what a relief. I hate to inconvenience you like this, but I didn't know where else to turn.
What's happened here?
I'll explain as we walk along. The situation requires constant supervision, so I have a man standing guard.
What kind of watchman is this? He certainly doesn't look very trustworthy. I wouldn't have him guard a flea.
Gaston, on your feet, wake up!
Things have been very quiet here, Pierre.
So this is how you stand guard, huh?
The heat and the foul odor of that little one got to me and I fell fast asleep.
Tell Klaus what you see down in the hole, Danny.
Frankly, I don't see anything. This hole's empty.
Empty, but it was there. How could it possibly have gotten out?
What are you saying, Pierre?
A little baby skunk.
I'm not sure I understand what you were doing with the skunk.
Well, you see, the little one was injured and she needed our help. One day, while we were out walking, all of a sudden we smelled a horrible aroma, which stopped us dead in our tracks. Then we heard some faint cries for help, and the sound led us to this hole. We looked down and discovered an injured baby skunk trapped inside. The hole was much too deep for her to climb out, so we feed her and then got together to figure out what to do. It seems to me we have to try and get the baby skunk out of that hole, no matter how offensive her odor is to us all.
Oh, that is so bad.
I'm afraid we're too small to bring her out ourselves, but maybe we can think up some workable idea.
And so what did you do then?
Well, I immediately thought of you and sent a message for you to come and help, hoping you could deal with the odor.
Unfortunately, it seems that I have come too late to help you.
But how on earth did it escape? You said it couldn't get out of this hole by itself, didn't you?
Since the skunk had an injury, I'm wondering the same thing.
Have you seen anyone prowling about or looking the least bit suspicious, Gaston?
I assure you, Pierre, nobody has been prowling around.
Now that I think about it, the only prowlers you could have seen would have been in your dreams. Use your head. You've been asleep.
You cute little critter. You sure got a good smell just like us, ain't that right, Holler?
Yeah, it's very similar.
If we left her down that hole, the awful smell of them gnomes would have killed her for sure. Darn them.
Yeah, and I'll bet they can't figure out where she is now.
Do you suppose she could have gotten out of the hole by herself?
I doubt it. This hole is very deep, and don't forget she was also injured.
If somebody brought her out, can you imagine who that would be?
Let me think a minute.
Who do we know that would be able to put up with her smell?
I know who you mean. I think.
Huh? Who, please? Who is it?
If there's a creature that smells worse than a troll, I want to hear about it.
We spotted them when we first got here. They must still be following us.
I'm pretty certain that trolls are responsible for kidnapping her.
It's very important that we get her back at once.
Yes, because those brutes won't take care of her properly.
I wonder how far they've gone.
Cut out all that squawking.
Can't you make her stop yelping? She's starting to give me a big fat headache.
I'm getting fed up with carrying her. Maybe it's not a bad idea if we dump her off.
That's okay with me, because it's hard to make any mischief with her hanging around.
Yeah, Holler, let's just leave her somewhere. There you are. This is a nice shady spot.
It's beautiful. Let's go have some fun.
I feel bad leaving her behind, but now it's sure easier to walk.
Yeah, she sure was cute, even if she did complain all the time.
It's not simple to find someone who smells as good as us, Holler.
Yeah, she's just
one
like
of
us.
She's one of us. She's one of us. Poor baby. I'm not a very nice troll. I dumped her.
Yeah, I want her
back.
too.
Little skunk, little skunk. Let's go get her. Baby skunk, baby skunk, come back.
Hey, let go. She's ours. Come back here.
See any footprints around here, lad?
Nope, and there's no smell of a skunk either.
How could it disappear like that?
Henry, what's wrong?
He's trying to tell us something.
Look up there.
The mountain eagle has a baby skunk.
Quickly, Danny, go get Henry and follow that eagle.
Okay, Henry, let's go after that eagle.
What an aroma! Those trolls must be nearby. All right, you troublemakers, tell me what's going on this instant.
That eagle took our baby skunk.
We want our baby skunk. She's the best thing that ever happened to us.
You two are probably responsible for the eagle grabbing her in the first place.
Yes, but we miss her a whole bunch. We're extremely upset.
She doesn't belong to you.
That ain't the point. That eagle won't love our baby the way we do.
You can all come out now, it's safe. These trolls are so upset about the little skunk, they're not in the mood to play tricks on us today.
Klaus, now we have to think of a way to rescue that poor little animal.
We'll figure it out when Danny returns. You two should be ashamed of yourselves.
Won't you please get her back so we can keep her, please?
She smells very much the same as us. Kind of icky.
That's only your opinion. No promises, but if we can't find the skunk's parents and she wants to go with you, well then...
Then you can keep her for yourselves if you want to.
That's great. I'm so happy. We'll have our own mascot.
Yeah, our own baby, yeah.
Oh, goody.
This is ridiculous. They don't know the first thing about taking care of babies. I'd better find its mother and fast.
We must rescue that skunk before we attempt to find its parents.
I hope to do both. Find the mother and rescue the skunk.
Henry, get as close as you can to that rock. I have to mark the spot. There, that ought to do it.
When Danny returns, we'll know the skunk's exact location and we can start the rescue.
That eagle most likely took the poor little animal to its nest high on a snowy mountaintop, making the rescue impossible.
I am convinced that nothing is impossible to a gnome. We're going to find a way to pull it off.
Well, maybe you don't realize how difficult it is to climb a snowy mountain.
Of course I do, my dear Pierre. I am only too well aware of all the difficulties, but this is no time to be negative. We must look on the bright
Look, Klaus.
Judge, I found the skunk.
Good work. Did you mark the spot?
Yes, I used my red muffler, but the problem is the eagle has left her on a very snowy, narrow ledge, and I don't see any way to bring her down.
Well, we'll have to think of something. Danny, you're pretty good at coming up with suggestions. What do you recommend we do now?
I don't know, Judge. Balancing that skunk on the way down could be difficult.
What's more, there's another problem. Since this skunk is injured, it might attack us when we attempt to get close to it.
It's possible, yet as far as I'm concerned, the stench is the most difficult problem here.
What a predicament. Whatever are we going to do, Judge Klaus?
Give me a minute. Maybe I'll come up with something. There must be a way to bring her down. That's it. I know how we can save her.
Don't tell me. I know you want me to guess what it is. How much time do I have?
Not all that much. The answer is to use a folding stretcher.
What if it decides to attack us?
It won't. Just trust me, Danny. I know what I'm doing.
But how are we going to avoid the awful odor?
By clamping our noses with clothespins and breathing through our mouths.
Well, I'm not clamping my nose with a clothespin if I can help it. I'd rather guide the mission from above with Henry.
That's not a bad idea. Go ahead. It can't be too much farther now. Oh, I can already smell a skunky aroma, which means we're getting close. Is the stretcher all assembled, men?
Yes, you mustn't worry. We're all set with it and ready to go.
Look, Henry, there it is. Show them the spot by circling around it.
Unfold the stretcher and get ready for action, because it's important we are totally prepared.
Come.
Trust me, Pierre, we'll make it all the way to the top.
You are right. One can never give up. I admire your tremendous bravery.
We must hurry before the eagle comes back and flies away with the little skunk baby. I wonder if the skunk can survive this cold without freezing.
Of course she can. What happened to all of your positive thinking?
You're right, Pierre. Let's go. We must not waste any time.
There it is up there.
Don't worry, little one. I won't harm you. I only came to help. I realize that you're cold and frightened, but I'd be frightened too if an eagle grabbed me. I'm not nearly as brave as you, and Mother Nature sent me to help you. She loves you very much.
Judge! Judge, hurry up! The eagle is coming!
Quickly, bring the stretcher up and help me to put the baby skunk on it. Rod, the eagle is headed this way. Hurry! Pierre, throw snowballs at him.
Good job! You're brave, Henry!
Phew. The danger seems to have passed.
Judge, we pulled it off! We really pulled it off!
There you go, dear. Your leg will be better in a few days, but try not to put too much weight on it for now.
Oh.
You know, it's a pity you smell so bad because you're really quite adorable.
Skunks squirt their odor to keep their enemies away. It's their best defense when they sense danger, but just don't give us a demonstration.
We have a problem. We still don't know what to do with her.
You see there? Another problem has been solved, Pierre.
Yes, by Henry. He spotted the baby's mother after we drove away the eagle, then went back to guide her here.
I bet if she ended up with the trolls, we'd never recover from their combined aroma.
You know, they're really sweet little animals.
Yes, from a distance.
Lads, you can come out now and take the clothespins off your noses. Mama and the baby skunk have gone, and the air is fresh and quite breathable.
It's time Danny and I started for home, my friend.
I really enjoyed the chance of meeting all of you.
My dear friend Klaus, how can I repay you?
Just by being my valued friend. Only next time we visit, I hope we don't need clothespins.
Maybe when we come again, I'll be able to find a French girlfriend. Huh?
Thank you. We're all very grateful to you, Henry. Thank you for all your help. We couldn't have done it without you.
Henry's just delighted you don't like goose liver pate. So long, Pierre.
Goodbye, Klaus. Goodbye, Danny and Henry.
Schlitzweiz!
In our next adventure, Danny's attention is quickly grabbed by a strange bird with a Hawaiian message for Judge Klaus. He and Danny set out for fun and sun on the beautiful Hawaiian Islands. They are treated to a warm Hawaiian welcome, only to have the festivities crushed by some horrible disruptive forces. The trolls are up to their old tricks again. Will the trolls win out this time, or will Klaus and Danny capture them once and for all?